Stop for a moment. Just stop. Before you scroll away, before you tell yourself, "I'll watch this later," answer one question honestly. What if everything you've been doing for the last year has been leading you in the wrong direction? Not because you're lazy, not because you're weak, but because nobody ever taught you the one thing that separates the people who win from the people who quietly give up. You've read the books. You've watched the videos. You've made the promises to yourself at midnight, the ones you broke by morning. And somewhere deep inside, you already know something is missing. But what you're about to discover may change the way you see your entire life. Every morning starts the same way. The alarm goes off and you hit snooze, telling yourself just 5 more minutes. 5 minutes turns into 30. And just like that, the day has already started slipping away from you. You sit down to work, but your phone is right there. One notification, one scroll. Suddenly an hour is gone and you haven't even started. But something even more dangerous is happening beneath the surface. You start believing this is just who you are. I'm not a disciplined person. I've always been like this. Most people never notice this belief forming, quietly, day after day, until it becomes their identity. You set goals in January, full of fire, full of motivation. By March, the gym bag sits untouched in the corner. The business idea sits in a notes app, collecting dust. And this is where everything starts going wrong. Because motivation was never the problem. Motivation was never going to save you. Something else was missing the entire time. Something the ancient Stoics understood 2,000 years ago. Something almost nobody talks about today. It's not because of motivation. It's not because of willpower. It's not even because of talent. It's because of discipline, the quiet, unglamorous force that operates in silence, while motivation gets all the credit. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning long after the spark is gone. The Stoics didn't wait to feel inspired. They built systems of behavior that work even on their worst days. And that single shift, from chasing feelings to building habits, is what separates the people who transform their lives from the people who stay exactly where they are. Lesson 1 is about to show you why. Before we continue, write this in the comments right now. I choose discipline over comfort. Type it. Let it become a promise to yourself, one you'll be reminded of every time you scroll back to this video. Discipline is not punishment. It's permission. Permission to become the person you've always claimed you wanted to be. Think about the last time you broke a promise to yourself. Maybe it was waking up early. Maybe it was a diet. Maybe it was simply finishing what you started. Each time you broke that promise, something quiet happened inside you. Trust eroded. Not trust in others, trust in yourself. The Stoics called this self-respect, and they guarded it fiercely, even in small moments. What would happen if you never broke a promise to yourself again? But here's what nobody talks about. The next lesson reveals where that broken trust actually comes from. Every time you choose comfort, you cast a vote for who you become. Imagine 2 versions of yourself standing side by side. One who chose the snooze button, one who chose to rise. Over a year, those choices compound into 2 completely different people. Marcus Aurelius wrote his reflections before dawn, disciplining his mind before the world could disturb it. Small choices repeated daily become destiny. What kind of person are your daily choices voting for right now? Yet something deeper is happening here. And the next lesson exposes exactly how those small choices silently shape your entire future. Most people wait for the right time to start. They wait for motivation, for the perfect mood, for Monday. But the right time is a myth designed to protect your comfort zone. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events, but from our judgments about them, including the judgment that I'm not ready yet. Waiting feels safe because it postpones the risk of failure. But waiting is its own kind of failure, slow, silent, and invisible. How many years have you spent waiting for a feeling that never arrived? The surprising part is, the next lesson shows exactly how to start without waiting for anything at all. Have you ever caught yourself waiting for the perfect moment to begin? Tell me below. Action comes first. Feeling comes second. This single reversal is the secret most people never discover. You don't wait to feel motivated to go to the gym. You go, and motivation follows the movement. Seneca wrote letters to himself, training his mind through writing, not waiting for inspiration to strike before picking up the pen. The body leads, the mind follows. What is this backwards belief? Feel first, then act, costing you every single day. Don't miss the next lesson, because it reveals the hidden trap that keeps people stuck in this cycle for years. The trap is comfort disguised as rest. Real rest restores you. Comfort, the endless kind, quietly numbs you. Scrolling for hours isn't rest, it's avoidance wearing a relaxed mask. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, cold mornings, simple meals, deliberate challenges, not to suffer, but to stay sharp, to stay free from the grip of comfort. How much of your daily relaxation is actually avoidance in disguise? Few people understand this distinction, and what comes next changes everything about how you see your daily routine. If these lessons are helping you see your life differently, subscribe to Anonymous Achiever and continue this journey with us. Discipline is built in private, where no one is watching, where no one will ever know. The version of you that exists when nobody is watching, that's your true character. Marcus Aurelius governed an empire, yet still woke before dawn to write, alone, unseen, unrewarded by applause. That's where discipline lives, in the unseen hours. Who are you when no one is watching, when there's no audience, no likes, no praise? And that's where the real problem begins for most people, because the next lesson reveals why most discipline fails the moment praise disappears. What does your private, unseen routine actually look like right now? Tell me honestly below. Discipline built for applause collapses without it. If you only show up when someone's watching, when there's external validation, you've built a fragile structure, one strong wind away from collapse. The Stoics built their discipline on internal validation, on the quiet satisfaction of knowing they did the right thing, regardless of who noticed. Would your discipline survive if nobody ever found out about it? What happened next changed everything for those who understood this, and the next lesson shows you exactly how to build that kind of internal foundation. Start absurdly small, smaller than you think necessary. 1 push-up, 1 sentence written, 1 minute of silence. The goal isn't the action itself, it's proving to your mind that you are someone who follows through. Small wins rewire your identity faster than big failures ever could. The Stoics focused on what was within their control, no matter how small. What's the smallest possible promise you could keep to yourself today? Stay with me, because this may be the lesson you need most. The next one ties everything together. Has there ever been a small win that changed your momentum? Share it below. Discipline isn't about feeling powerful every day. Most days it feels like nothing, ordinary, unremarkable, unnoticed. But ordinary days, repeated without fail, are what create extraordinary lives. The most important lesson is still ahead, but understand this first. The people you admire most weren't extraordinary on most days. They were simply consistent on ordinary ones. How many ordinary days have you secretly given up on because they felt unimportant? What comes next ties every single lesson together into one final truth. Here's the final truth. Discipline is self-love in its most honest form. Every time you choose the harder, better path, you are telling yourself, I am worth the effort. The Stoics didn't pursue discipline to punish themselves. They pursued it because they respected themselves too much to live carelessly. This is the hidden power behind every successful person you've ever admired. Not talent, not luck, but a quiet, daily decision to honor their own potential. Would your future self be proud of the choice you're about to make the moment this video ends? Think back to the person who pressed play on this video. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they were searching for something they couldn't quite name. Some missing piece that explains why nothing seemed to stick. That person is still you, but something has shifted now, hasn't it? You understand now that discipline was never about punishment. It was always about respect. Respect for your time, your potential, your future. The question is no longer, do I have what it takes? The question is, what will I choose to do in the next 5 minutes after this video ends? Write in the comments. Starting today. Discipline is my form of self-respect. If this video gave you even a moment of clarity, give it a like. It helps more people find these words when they need them most. And if you want to keep walking this path, subscribe to Anonymous Achiever, because this journey is only just beginning. Discipline isn't loud. It isn't dramatic. It's the quiet sound of you choosing yourself, one ordinary moment at a time.